I have a general question too, just about robotics and automation. And back when I was in the FDA back in the 90s, I mean, the inspections, we always focused in on those, highly automated. We would really dig into the validation aspect. What's your, what's the level of concern that regulators have regarding robotics? Is it becoming more accepted? Are they, accepting more validation or less, or just a thought in terms of robotics and automation, like for anyone who wants to take the question.
Yeah, I can start if you want.
Oh, yeah, let's.
I think companies are a lot better at now building quality and validation into those sort of systems. So the software updates and the software builds, they take on the relevant standards, and then you're going from building a bit more to an already established base, which then helps the validation packs that you can be provided by the equipment vendors, then helps a hell of a lot to give you the really good base to then move forward with the in-house qualifications.
Okay.
It's also about the interconnection of the operators and the automation, and that's a real focus, and all about sort of data collection and data integrity, that everything you get out of the system, you've got good integrity. And those platforms are getting far more integrated and joined up. And we're finding that, we're using a lot of electronic SOPs now, so the HMI is telling you what to do, and you have to come back and confirm it that you've done it. So it's paperless in that respect. So there's a lot of automation and human interaction all joining up. But as Rob said, not so much human interaction when you're critically got the product exposed. You don't want that.
Yeah, Mike, I would add too, I agree with everything that's been said. Our approach has also been to not really customize the technology, right? So in the past, we were probably tended to heavily customize the software. And now we're really looking to kind of take the off-the-shelf approach from the vendor, which we know works with other companies as well. We've not hosted an inspection really, so we haven't really pressure tested that with a regulator. But I think using the sort of not customizing off the shelf is to our advantage.
Yeah, there was a particular feature in the Flexicon, the Wattamalo FBT60, which was it automatically adjusted all the settings for the vial size. So you just plugged the vial size in, and so you didn't have all these operator adjustments and setup to do. So all these things here is a customized package, which you don't want to touch that. That's a great feature. So accept, some of these things, and you'll integrate them into your operations very seamlessly. This Oxford Biomedica thing was designed as a platform based for basically scale out. So the second fill-in suite can just cookie cut and put the same point back in place. So that's another principle we see across ATMPs, the scale out rather than scale up. A bigger line of the same, just keep repeating the same one you've qualified.
Yeah, just adding a very short general comment on this robotics and automation. I mean, the cost reduction is a key point, and it passes also really through automating some simple things that now are hand-driven. And if we don't do that, that will be always a direct link to the number of operations we do and the workforce we need. This will never bring to a real significant reduction in the management. If we want to go on in this, we'll go ahead having better procedures and cost effectiveness, then robotics is something that it's absolutely sure it's cleaner than having human intervention. Absolutely sure there are a lot of arguments to say that the interaction would be run in a positive way without any risk to everybody.